Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today's the 10th of July 2024. Now so far as the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned guys, it is marginally pumped up but it is still well below the all-time high. Now since the last 24 hours guys, the altcoins and meme coins, they have pumped up a lot, so I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. But look guys, so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, via DeFiLlama.com, looks like there is a massive anomaly, and this thing did happen a couple of months ago as well. So look, when you're looking at the volume of Uniswap, it is showing ridiculously less, and it is showing well below the $150 million mark as well. So it looks like there might be some reporting error. Now send them a direct message via Twitter guys. Now hopefully they go ahead and update that in the next few hours. So if you're looking at the volume of decentralized exchanges guys, definitely go ahead and double check the information. Now in today's episode guys, we are going to be discussing a massive news regarding Bitcoin, and Glassnodes guys, they tend to provide a weekly insight. Now look guys, if you're into trading and want to do some investigation as to what is going on particularly in the world of Bitcoin, I would definitely recommend you to go ahead and read through the weekly report. It is called as Week on Chain. Now what that report states is that Bitcoin has had its deepest correction since 2022. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because look guys, since the last few days, short-term holders are now in unrealized losses. Definitely not ideal, isn't it? So I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now look guys, in my Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I often talk about 3 massive events scheduled to take place this year that would massively set the trajectory and direction of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The first one guys was the spot Bitcoin ETF, the second one was the Bitcoin halving, and the next and probably the most important one is the US election. Now look guys, politics and politicians, they definitely have a massive say in the trajectory and direction of Bitcoin, isn't it? Now what I'm going to be talking about today's episode guys is to do with the Republican Party and the Republican National Committee. They are endorsing pro-Bitcoin platform. So I'll go ahead and give out more information guys. And could it be possible that President Donald Trump will make Bitcoin great again? Most likely yes, but only by November we'll get clear answer to that, isn't it? Now we do have some unfortunate news guys, and that is to do with the co-founder of Paxful, and he has actually pleaded guilty, and this to be honest guys is a massive news. And the Department of Justice guys, they have gone ahead and put out an official documentation that Arthur Scapac, the former Chief Technology Officer of Paxful, has pleaded guilty to conspiracy for not maintaining effective AML, that is anti-money laundering program, and this is for the period of 2015 to 2019, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now finally guys, towards the end of the episode, I'm going to be talking some interesting news regarding Dawn blockchain and Dawn application guys. They are integrating some massive things with Ethereum decentralized apps, so definitely a really interesting and promising news, particularly if you're a developer. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I'm going to be discussing 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys has to do with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now the first one is to do with Solana blockchain, and Drop Group guys, they have teamed up with Solana Super Team, and looks like they want to drive Web3 adoption in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now the second news guys has to do with artificial intelligence, and Aramco Digital and Worldwide Technology, they have in partnership and they want to transform Saudi Arabia's AI infrastructure. So it looks like Saudi Arabia is definitely taking leaps and bounds so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, isn't it? So I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they are taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they are focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. so definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now since the last 24 hours guys, the global cryptocurrency market has marginally pumped up, and today it is at $2.16 trillion, and since the last 24 hours looks like it is up by 2.36%, but if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume guys, it is ridiculously low, and it is only at $66.72 billion. Now since the last 24 hours, the volume has gone down by 24.18%. Now look guys, the volume of DeFi is absolutely horrendous, and it is well below the $4 billion mark. It is only at $3.73 billion. And DeFi guys, as of today, is accounting for 5.59% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now look guys, are we heading towards the end of decentralized finance? I really am not sure. Because look guys, people are talking about decentralization, but if you actually look at the volume of decentralized finance via DeFiLlama.com, the number since the last 2 years is absolutely horrendous, and no matter what happens in the cryptocurrency and blockchain world, the volume in DeFi has remained consistent and definitely not looking good. Now so far as the total value locked is concerned, it is at $88.03 billion, with Lido's dominance at $30 billion. Now this week guys, what I'm noticing is decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is consistent and it is well over the 20% mark. But guys, if you look at the volume overall, the volume is ridiculously low, but so far as the dominance is concerned, it is at 26.44%. Now it could be possible guys that the reporting via DeFiLlama.com is incorrect as well. Now I've definitely gone them and sent them a direct message because the numbers does not make any sense, and something similar did actually happen a couple of months ago, and they did actually reply and they rectified the error as well. Now let me quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, guys. Now usually it is always Uniswap, isn't it? But for some bizarre reason, Uniswap's volume is showing less than $150 million and it is currently ranked number 6th. Hopefully DeFi Llama goes ahead and fixes it. But as of today, guys, based on the numbers, Radium is looking at number 1 and the volume is $1.16 billion. Now Radium, guys, is a decentralized exchange that works only on Solana, isn't it? So let's see, guys, once they rectify this error, will it go back to number 2nd? Now as of today, the number 2nd decentralized exchange is Thena and its volume is $666.78 billion. Third one, guys, is Orca and its volume is $648.45 million. The number 4th, guys, is PancakeSwap. Its volume is $616.45 million. And at number 5th is Curve Finance at $272.24 million. Now look, guys, the only thing I can say, whenever you're looking at any information, particularly from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world, don't take it at face value. I would strongly advise to go ahead and do your own research, and you'll be surprised, guys, most of the time there is some kind of an error and anomaly. Now let me quickly run through the volume of stable coins, because it is at $61.60 billion, and stable coins as of today is accounting for 91.33% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, with Tether USDT leading the pack, and its volume is $51.48 billion. Now regarding Tether USDT, guys, they have another project called as HTHDUSD, and they have released an audit report, so please feel free to go ahead and read it out, guys. Now the number 2nd so far as the volume of stable coins is concerned, for the past 3 weeks, Circle USDC has been consistently number 2nd, and it is at $5.56 billion. Now prior to that, guys, FDUSD's volume used to be much higher than the volume of Circle USDC, and that lasted for approximately 6 weeks or so. But as of today, guys, the volume of FDUSD is at $3.90 billion. Now let me quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's market cap, guys, is only at $1.16 trillion. Now what's going to happen tomorrow, guys, that is the 10th of July, CPI numbers will be out, and based on the CPI numbers, I'm pretty much sure there's going to be drastic movement so far as the trading volume is concerned, the price of Bitcoin is concerned, and definitely the market cap of Bitcoin as well, isn't it? And along with that, the market cap of Ethereum will fluctuate as well. Now right now, Ethereum's market cap is at $373 billion. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $28.78 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $14.94 billion. Now look, guys, once the CPI numbers out, I'm pretty much sure the trading volume is drastically going to be impacted, isn't it? Now so far as the dominance is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's dominance is actually pumped up, and to date is at 53.89%, whereas Ethereum's dominance is at 17.30%. Now in today's episode, guys, I just quickly want to run through the top 3 gainers and top 3 losers that are working only on Ethereum blockchain. And to be honest, guys, most of these coins are definitely pumping them coins, to be honest, because I haven't heard any of these tokens, to be honest. Now the number one that is being pumped up the most so far as Ethereum blockchain is concerned is something called as Stader, and it is up by 82.94%. The second one is DPay, it is up by 63.72%, and the third one, guys, is Valria, and it is up by 47.23%. I really am not sure, guys, what these projects and protocols are, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are the top 3 losers under Ethereum blockchain. Now so far the top 3 losers as of today for Ethereum blockchain, it is GeoJam, and it is down by 90.53%. The second one, guys, check out the name, it is Covenant Child, and it is down by 27.93%. The third one is PimeDAO, and it is down by 22.64%. Now look, guys, these are definite altcoins, isn't it? And I wouldn't be surprised over the next coming hours and days, these tokens will be dumping down even further. But look, guys, what has been happening particularly since the last 24 hours, a lot of meme coins and altcoins has been pumping up, and meme coins like Bonk, they have surged, rising 12% since the last 24 hours. Now at this point of time, guys, Bonk now holds the largest market capitalization among Solana meme coins, and it has also surpassed Doc with that. Now another token, guys, called as Brett, that is BRETT, which is on Base blockchain, it is jumped up by 8.6%, and Mockcoin on Ethereum is also pumped up by 6%. Now it's really important to note, guys, that despite the recent gains, all meme coins, including these tokens, are down for the week. The selling pressures from the German government and also Mt. Gox refunds have negatively impacted Bitcoin, contributing to broader market declines, isn't it? These are unfortunately the crazy world of cryptocurrency, guys. Now what I want to do next, guys, is I want to go ahead and touch base on some information regarding Lightning Network. Now this entire week, guys, I'm going ahead and touching base on some information regarding Lightning Network, isn't it? Now what I want to do in today's episode, guys, I want to go ahead and touch base on use cases of Lightning Network, because look guys, as I mentioned earlier, there's this narrative that Lightning Network, not blockchain, is the biggest innovation. Let me know guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. Now what I want to do next, guys, is I want to go ahead and touch base on use cases of Lightning Network. Now one of the most promising use case of Lightning Network is microtransactions, isn't it? Because Lightning Network, guys, they enable small payments that were previously impractical due to high fees and extremely slow processing times. Now when you talk about microtransactions with Lightning Network, let me go ahead and touch base on just two areas, guys. That is digital content and gaming. Now so far as digital content is concerned, Lightning Network can revolutionize the digital content industry, and it can do that by enabling new business model based on microtransactions. Now with Lightning Network, guys, we can do pay-per-use or we can do micro-tipping as well. Now so far as pay-per-use is concerned, how this would work is users can pay for only content they consume, whether it is articles, videos or music, and this model, guys, is particularly beneficial for creators, allowing them to monetize their work more effectively. Now look guys, so far as podcasting is concerned, you should know what podcasting 2.0 is all about, and there is an app called as Fountain, so please feel free to go and check it out, where listeners, guys, can go and donate Bitcoin only based on what you listen to. Now apart from that, guys, there is also micro tipping, and content creators can receive small tips from the audience, incentivizing high quality content and direct support from fans. Now look guys, when Elon Musk took over Twitter, there was a lot of anticipation from the Bitcoin maximalist community that he might actually go and implement Lightning Network. Unfortunately, guys, he didn't do that. But look guys, so far as Twitter is concerned, you can go and implement Lightning Network, and it would be much more easier to do micro tipping. Now so far as gaming is concerned, in the gaming industry, guys, Lightning Network can enable instant and low transaction cost for in-game purchases and microtransactions. Now so far as in-game purchases is concerned, players can buy virtual goods and even assets instantly without waiting for transaction confirmation. And so far as reward systems is concerned, guys, games can implement real-time reward systems where players earn small amount of Bitcoin for achievements or milestones. Now look, so far as microtransactions are concerned, I'm pretty much sure it is applicable to different industries as well, isn't it? Now let me go ahead and touch base on the second use case, and that is to do with remittances. Now look, some of the features of using Lightning Network is lower fees, cost-effective and access to financial services, isn't it? And Lightning Network can significantly improve the remittance process, making it faster and cheaper to send money across borders. Now traditional remittance services often charge high fees, making it extremely expensive to send money internationally. Now so far as Lightning Network is concerned, low transaction fees can drastically reduce the cost of remittances, allowing more money to reach the recipient. And Lightning Network, guys, can provide access to financial services for the unbanked and also for the underbanked population, thereby enabling them to send and receive money easily. Now one of the features of using Lightning Network, guys, is faster transactions as well. Now traditional remittance services can take several days to process transactions, often causing delays for participants, but Lightning Network, guys, are instant payments, isn't it? Because Lightning Network enables instant payments, and they ensure that recipients receive the money more quickly and efficiently, and this results in improved cash flow. Now faster transactions, guys, can improve cash flow for families relying on remittances for their daily needs. Now let me go ahead and discuss, guys, how we can use Lightning Network for everyday payments. The Lightning Network can be used for everyday payments, making it a practical solution for merchants and consumers alike. So when we talk about retail and e-commerce, retailers and online stores can benefit from Lightning Network's fast and low transaction cost, and customers can pay instantly, thereby reducing the time spent on checkout and improving the shopping experience. The Lightning Network's low transaction fees, guys, can save merchants money, thereby allowing them to offer more competitive prices. Now this could eventually lead to more merchant adoption, isn't it? Now for Lightning Network to achieve widespread adoption, guys, more merchants need to accept it as a payment method. Now integrating Lightning Network into existing point-of-sale systems make it easier for merchants to accept Lightning Network payments, and this is kind of like an incentive for merchants, isn't it? And offering incentives such as lower fees or faster settlements can actually encourage more merchants to adopt Lightning Network. But look, so far as the adoption of Lightning Network is concerned, you always need to remember Lightning Network is light years away from mainstream adoption, and David Marcus, guys, who's the CEO of Lightspark, he's openly said that implementing Lightning Networks onto system is much more difficult than he anticipated. And CZ, guys, a former CEO and founder of Binance, he also echoed a similar theme. So look, guys, despite its benefits, Lightning Network getting adopted by merchants is still a significant challenge, isn't it? Now let me go ahead and touch base on Lightning Network's use case in innovative financial services, because Lightning Network, guys, also enables a new financial service that was not possible before. Now let me go ahead and touch base on 3 areas, guys. That is streaming money, pay as you go, and also subscriptions. Now regarding streaming money, guys, Lightning Network supports the concept of streaming money, where payments can be made in real time or over a period of time. Now so far as pay as you go is concerned, services like internet access, cloud storage, or media streaming can charge users based on actual usage rather than fixed fees. Now so far as subscription services is concerned, subscriptions can be paid in real time, with users paying for only the time they use as a service. Now with reference to subscriptions, guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is, there is an app called Strike, which is being founded by Jack Mollers. If you actually go through his website, he clearly explains how you can use subscriptions with Lightning Network. Definitely a brilliant concept in my opinion. Now let me go ahead and touch base on how decentralized exchanges can be benefited by Lightning Network as well, because Lightning Network can be used to facilitate decentralized exchanges where users can trade cryptocurrencies without relying on centralized platform. And that is possible because Lightning Network supports atomic swaps, allowing users to exchange different cryptocurrencies instantly and securely. And this makes peer-to-peer trading so much easier, isn't it? Where users can trade directly with each other, thereby reducing reliance on centralized exchanges and lowering trading fees. Now let me go ahead and touch base on some case studies and examples where Lightning Network has been implemented. And I'd like to touch base on 3 things, guys. The first one is Fold app, the second one is Bitfill, and the third one is Blue Wallet. Now so far as Fold app is concerned, Fold is a popular app that allows users to earn Bitcoin rewards in everyday purchases, and they do that by integrating Lightning Network. And Fold, guys, it enables instant payout and microtransactions as well. And they also have a reward program where users can earn Bitcoin for shopping at their favorite stores. And Lightning Network ensures that rewards are paid out instantly with minimal fees. Now so far as Bitrefill is concerned, it is essentially a service that lets users buy gift cards with Bitcoin. They've integrated Lightning Network to offer fast and low transaction cost. You can also purchase gift card as well, where users can buy gift cards for popular retailers using Bitcoin over Lightning Network, thereby enjoying instant delivery and low fees. Now so far as Blue Wallet is concerned, guys, Blue Wallet is a Bitcoin wallet built with Lightning Network support, making it easier for users to make and receive Lightning Network payments. Now Blue Wallet, guys, simplifies the process of using Lightning Network, making it accessible for non-technical users as well. And users can open and manage channels, send and receive payments, and benefit from Lightning Network speed and low cost. Now look, guys, all this thing being said, Lightning Network may sound great, but there are potential challenges and negative aspects to Lightning Network. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, Lightning Network is always lightning years away from mainstream adoption. Now look, Lightning Network faces several challenges and potential negatives, so let me go ahead and touch base on some of them, guys. The first one is liquidity management, the second one is routing efficiency, the next one is interoperability, and finally, guys, let me touch base on user experience, because look, guys, it's all about user experience, isn't it? And now, truth be told, guys, using Lightning Network, at least for now, is definitely not easy. Now so far as liquidity management is concerned, effective liquidity management is crucial for smooth functioning of the network, and ensuring that channels have sufficient funds to go ahead and facilitate transaction is still a constant challenge. Now some nodes, guys, over a period of time may become central routing hubs as well, potentially leading to centralization risk. And so far as routing efficiency is concerned, guys, finding efficient routing paths for payments is vital for network performance, and improving pathfinding algorithms to ensure reliable and fast transaction is still a challenge at this point of time. And managing network congestion and ensuring scalability as the network grows is still an absolutely massive task, considering the fact, guys, you also have ordinal inscriptions, runes, and who should say we might be having new things implemented on Bitcoin blockchain as well. Now so far as interoperability is concerned, guys, ensuring that Lightning Network works seamlessly with other networks and platforms is essential. Now look, guys, some of the developers of Lightning Network, they are making it possible to use Lightning Network with Ethereum blockchain and other blockchain protocols as well, but developing solutions for cross-chain transactions and interoperability with other blockchain network is still an absolutely massive problem, and there needs to be standardization in place, isn't it? And creating standardized protocols and interfaces to go and facilitate integration with various platforms and services is probably the only solution, and it might take a much longer time than anticipated. Now look, so far as user experience is concerned, me personally, I've used Lightning Network, and I hate saying this, guys, the user experience is not that great. You always need to compare it with fiat currency, guys. Now look, just replicating the same user experience with what you experience will not cut it. In order to get a lot of people using it, the new user experience, guys, cannot just replicate what we are currently experiencing. the new user experience has to be 10 times better than what we are doing, or else guys, people are just not going to go out and use it. And improving the user experience is crucial for widespread adoption of Lightning Network. Now, the technical complexity of Lightning Network, guys, can definitely be a barrier for non-technical users, and developing easy-to-use wallets and applications that cater to non-technical users is extremely essential. So look guys, we've touched base on microtransactions, remittances, everyday payments, innovative financial services, and we've also touched base on real-world examples, isn't it? So let me know guys, what are your thoughts regarding Lightning Network? Are you an advocate of Lightning Network, or are you a detractor? Me, to be honest guys, I'm somewhere in the middle. I really am hoping Lightning Network does get mainstream adoption, but only time will tell, I guess. Now guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now the price of Bitcoin, guys, while I'm recording the episode, is at $59,321, and it is possible by the time you're listening to the episode, the prices would have crossed the $60,000 mark. But look guys, it's really important to note that tomorrow, that is 11th of July, is when the CPI numbers will be out, and I wouldn't be surprised guys if the CPI numbers are not that great and but inflation is much higher than the previous month. So what I'd really recommend you to do is go to the website of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and that is the only website we need to check so far as inflation is concerned. Now so far as the price of Bitcoin is concerned guys, since the last 24 hours it is almost up by 3%, 2.99% to be precise, but since the last 7 days it is down by 3.32%. Ethereum guys is at $3,103. Since the last 24 hours it is up by 1.17%. Since the last 7 days it is down by 7.72%. Binance BNB coin guys is at $522. Since the last 24 hours it is up by 1.63%. Since the last 7 days it is down by 7.76%. Now look guys, regarding Bitcoin, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to Glassnode, and they tend to provide a weekly on-chain newsletter, and it is extremely technical guys, and what that report actually states is that Bitcoin has experienced its deepest correction since late of 2022. Now at the outset guys, what that report states is that Bitcoin recorded the deepest drawdown of the current cycle, over minus 26% from its all-time high, and 2.8 million Bitcoin held by short-term holders are now in unrealized losses, and financial pressure is high, but losses are relatively subdued compared to market size. Now let me do one thing guys, let me go ahead and take a deep dive into what that report states, because what that week on chain report states is that Bitcoin is currently undergoing its most significant price drop since 2022, falling below a key average price indicator known as the 200-day moving average. This has led to many short-term Bitcoin holders, those who have had the Bitcoin for a relatively short time, finding themselves in a position where the value of the holdings is lower than when they bought, and in total guys, over 2.8 million Bitcoins are now worth less than what the current owners paid for them. Now despite this downturn guys, the overall impact on the market is not as severe as it might seem, considering the total size of the Bitcoin market. Now what that report states is that this period of price decline is part of Bitcoin's natural cycle, which has shown both similarities and differences compared to previous cycle, and after a period of steady price increases, following a major event in cryptocurrency market known as FTX collapse, Bitcoin's value has now dropped significantly since May. The one positive aspect is that this current downturn is not as severe as previous ones, indicating that Bitcoin's market structure, how it operates as an asset class, and it is relatively stable. However guys, compared to past cycles, the current cycle has been one of the worst performing when measured against certain benchmarks, like for instance how much Bitcoin value has grown since its almost recent halving event. Now the recent drop in Bitcoin's value guys has affected those who bought Bitcoin recently more than those who have held it for a long time, and this recent decline has been part of a broader trend where newer investors have been buying more Bitcoin instead. However guys, this trend has recently leveled off, suggesting that there is now a balance between how much Bitcoin people want to buy and how much is available to be sold. And during this period of falling prices, there have been few days where more than 2 million Bitcoin have been worth less than the owners paid for them. This is few days during a similar period in 2021, where there were many more days of falling prices. However guys, the recent drop in Bitcoin's value has been significant enough that many investors have seen a big decrease in how much money they have made from owning Bitcoin. Now despite these losses guys, the overall effect on how much money is moving through Bitcoin market is relatively small, and this is because many people who own Bitcoin have not sold it, isn't it, even as its value has been going down, and this is the true mentality of hodler. Now this suggests guys that people are still interested in buying and hodling onto Bitcoin, even if it has a fall in value. Now what that report also states guys, that looking ahead it will be important for people who want to buy Bitcoin to make sure that its value does not keep falling, and if its value does not go up or soon again, it could be harder for people to make money from owning Bitcoin in the near future. Now look guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to Glassnode website and check out this information yourself as well. And I do have a standalone episode with James Check, who's the lead on-chain analyst for Glassnodes, and we went ahead and discussed how Glassnode goes ahead and gets the information, and he did give out quite a lot of useful information in the episode, so please feel free to go ahead and check it out. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss some news regarding US politics, and looks like President Trump wants to make Bitcoin great again, and the Republican National Committee panel has approved a draft of his 2024 party platform, and this includes a robust support for Bitcoin guys. Now the draft guys explicitly states on page number 9 that the party will advocate for the right to mine Bitcoin and ensure every American can self-custody their digital asset and conduct transactions without government surveillance or control. Now look guys, I'm unfortunately unable to find the draft. It could be possible that they're editing it or something. Now what that report also states guys, additionally they pledge to halt what it describes as Democrats' awful and un-American crackdown to crypto, and they definitely want to go ahead and oppose central bank digital currencies. Rightly so as well. Now if you do need more information guys, you can read through the article via bitcoinmagazine.com. But look guys, for some bizarre reason the draft has been removed. Looks like the Republican National Committee updating it or something. Now look guys, this November looks like President Donald Trump is going to make Bitcoin great again. And let's go Brandon, isn't it? Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Paxful. And now to Shabak, the former Chief Technology Officer of Paxful, has pleaded guilty for conspiracy for not maintaining an effective AML program, and this was from a period between 2015 to 2019. Now despite marketing Paxful as KYC free, he failed to implement proper KYC protocols, and what he did guys, he actually presented fake AML policies and did not report suspicious activities. This, to be honest guys, is a massive red flag, isn't it? And this actually allowed crimes like money laundering and fraud on the platform. Now Arthur Shabak guys faces up to 5 years in prison and will be sentenced on the 4th of November. Now if you do need the official information guys, it is published by the Department of Justice website and it is in the show notes below. Definitely unfortunate news, but look guys, this looks like a clear-cut case, isn't it? Now guys, let me go ahead and touch base on some news regarding Telegram and Tron blockchain. And the Tron Application Center, that is TAC, and Polygon Labs have announced a collaboration to integrate Ethereum virtual machine functionality onto the Tron ecosystem. Now this integration guys will enable decentralized apps, including those in DeFi, gaming and identity solutions, to operate on TAC using Ethereum compatible tools like Polygon CDK Key and Aglayer as well. And TAC guys, that is Tron Application Center, aims to leverage this partnership to enhance decentralized app integration with Telegram as well, potentially reaching a vast user base. And the initiative guys seeks to expand the utility of Tron network by facilitating access to a broader range of crypto applications for users. So look guys, looks like Telegram is making quite a lot of news, particularly in the so-called blockchain and Web3 space, isn't it? Yesterday guys, I talked about an app which was the fastest growing app in the digital space, so definitely positive news for Telegram, I guess. So these were some macro level news guys on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys has to do with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the first one guys has to do with Solana's super team, and they have partnered with DAB Group, and looks like they want to drive Web3 adoption in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So let me go ahead and give out more information guys. Cause Drop Group and Solana super team, they have announced a strategic partnership, and their aim is to accelerate Web3 adoption in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and they are leveraging Drop's Web3 and AI solution with Solana's blockchain platform, and they are targeting public and private sectors in Saudi Arabia. Now this news guys aligns with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 initiative for economic and technological advancement, isn't it? And this will lead to increased deployment of Solana blockchain across various industries in Saudi Arabia. Now with this partnership guys, they want to enhance efficiency, transparency and security in multiple sectors, and there will be clear benefit from Drop's network of clients, partners and stakeholders, and it will facilitate growth and mutual benefit for both entities. Now they want to co-host Web3 educational events for Saudi youth as well, and they want to foster a tech-savvy community that is ready for the future of innovation. Now this partnership guys lays the groundwork for sustained technological advancement, and Drop Group's client guys include Saudi government and Saudi Aramco, and they want to drive substantial economic growth through innovation solution. Now this partnership guys clearly signifies the start of a global journey for Drop and Solana as well, and they aim to lead the AI and blockchain innovation internationally, and they want to empower next generation with tools and knowledge for the technological progress. Now further information guys regarding this news, will be announced in the near future. Now let me see guys if I can get the Drop Teams group as well as Solana Super Team to be on my podcast. Now look guys, this is definitely positive news, not just for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but for Solana blockchain as well in my opinion. Now guys, let me go ahead and discuss the second news. This has to do with artificial intelligence, Saudi Arabia, and Aramco Digital and Worldwide Technology. They have a partnership to transform Saudi Arabia's AI infrastructure. Now look guys, this is definitely a massive news because this partnership aims to transform Saudi Arabia's AI infrastructure, and this news once again guys aligns with Saudi Vision 2030 goals of digital transformation and economic diversification, and it is focusing on developing AI-powered digital innovation economy in Saudi Arabia, and they are targeting key industrial sectors such as energy and healthcare, and they are integrating advanced AI solutions, and they want to unlock new opportunities for the country. Now, what is great to know is that they want to localize cutting-edge technologies with skills and know-how in the kingdom, and Oman of worldwide technology has emphasized expansion into the Middle East as a goal, and also the establishment of a US-centric technology innovation hub in the region. Now, this news guys definitely supports the kingdom's economy to experiment with and implement AI solutions, and it highlights a commitment to drive enterprise adoption on a global scale. Definitely positive news guys, and this news also positions worldwide technology as a key player in the Middle East technology landscape, and this partnership aims to push the envelope of AI innovation for Saudi Arabia's benefit. And Aramco Digital CEO guys, that is Tariq Amin, knows that this alignment is with Saudi Vision 2030, and it marks an important milestone towards positioning the kingdom at the forefront of digital innovation, and it definitely enhances capabilities and creates new opportunities through artificial intelligence, and it promotes sustainability by offering technological platform and solution. So definitely positive news, isn't it? So those were the news guys from cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, metaverse, central bank digital currencies, and even artificial intelligence. Now for the next few minutes guys, is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB listening to the Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Edward who asks, what do you think the CPI numbers would be, and what is it that we can anticipate? Now really I'm not sure, Edward, what the CPI numbers would be, but look, roughly around a week ago, the IMF did actually advise Jerome Powell along with Janet Yellen to go ahead and manage the fiscal policies. This, to be honest, is absolutely worrisome, isn't it? And truth be told, Edward, that is one of the reasons why the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is going down as well. I really am surprised that a lot of people in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space or so-called influencers are not talking about it. And if I'm not mistaken, yesterday and today, Jerome Powell is having a hearing with the Senate committee as well. And look, tomorrow is when the CPI numbers will be out. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, Edward, and even for our listeners, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, and that is the only website to look at so far as the CPI numbers are out. Now I often say this in case you do not know how the inflation is calculated. Once you actually go to the website and look at the report, at the bottom of the page, it does give you detailed information on what is it that they look at and how the inflation is calculated as well. Now let's say if you can't understand it, just copy paste that information, put it in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give out a much simpler explanation. That is what a lot of people, particularly in the cryptocurrency space, should do as well. Now to answer your question, Edward, I really am not sure what the inflation numbers are, but look, this is what I think. If the inflation numbers are the same, what is going to happen is it just might positively impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But let's say if the inflation does actually go down, that would also positively impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But there is a very high possibility that the inflation will actually pick up pace. And if that thing happens, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will still further go down, isn't it? That is eventually what happened. Now this is how the cryptocurrency world reacts. In an actual world or in a theoretical world, it should work exactly opposite. let's say if the inflation actually goes up, that is the time the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency should actually go up, because the answer is pretty simple. People should not be trusting in fiat currencies, and they should be looking at Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a hedge against inflation, isn't it? Now that will only happen when we get closer to separation of money and state, but till then, I do feel that CPI numbers will definitely impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now look, so far as the CPI numbers is concerned, I would only go ahead and recommend you to look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, because mainstream media, with US election coming up, they're definitely going to give out a completely different narrative, and you'd be surprised what mainstream media puts out is often different to what the actual news is. Now why the CPI numbers are important, Edward, is pretty simple. Based on this data and quite a lot of other data, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be making a decision whether to increase the interest rate hike, keep it the same and reduce it, and if I'm not mistaken, the next decision he's going to make is probably towards the end of this month, that is 30th and 31st of July. So on 31st of July, you can expect Federal Chair Jerome Powell to make a decision whether to keep the interest rate, reduce it, or even increase the interest rate, and those are the things that directly and indirectly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, because I release my episodes only Monday to Thursdays, tomorrow when the CPI numbers will be out, I would have already recorded my episode, so the episode that will release on the 15th of July, I'll very briefly touch base on the CPI numbers too, so definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season blockchain DXB. In case you feel like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 am to 8:30 am, we have Crypto with Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and now artificial intelligence space. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.